are doing in your life. The reason why we do what we do is to feel good. So the first thing you want to do is you want to carve times in your calendar and call them moments of joy. The second thing, you guys, you want to cultivate an attitude of gratitude. The third thing, guys, is celebrate your wins. The fourth thing I want to talk about is crafting time designing your life. Whatever you are doing in your life, the reason why we do what we do is to feel good. So this is one of a really exciting topic because you have all these pursuits because you want to feel good at the end of the day. So why don't we start, actually, as we are building all those pursuits, why don't we also start working on that muscles to cultivate the emotion of good feelings, the emotion of an attitude of gratitude, the emotion of enthusiasm, of love, of desire, of passion. And there are specific ways that you can condition yourself to access those emotions, because no matter what you are achieving, if you are not consciously conditioning yourself to have a foundational level of emotional stability and relaxation and be able to access those emotions on demand, no matter what you achieve, you're not going to be happy. So whatever work we are doing, we're actually having a higher return on investment in the kind of work we are doing here, because you're training both at the same time, and because the only way for you to have the other one is if your first level of emotional well-being is taken care of. This is when it's worth it. So that being said, without further ado, let's dive in. So quick story time, you guys, to put things into context. For those of you who don't know me, I'm born and raised in Morocco. When I was 18, I went to pursue my education at the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology in Switzerland, and then I ended up coming to the US through a scholarship for my master's at UC Berkeley. I then ended up started working in a big corporation in Silicon Valley as a high-paying scientist, and I was unhappy, and that's why I actually got into this work of how to actually really find my purpose. I wanted to be purposeful. I wanted to be limitless. I wanted to have more time and more free time and impacting people's life positively. But I had to first take care of my own emotional well-being because I was stuck at the time. I couldn't see things clearly. And that's how the importance of really building that emotional foundation has been taking such an important place in all the work that I am doing. As I was able to completely turn my life around, I started working as a Chief Inspiration Officer for big companies, big contract in the US, where I was aligning big visions while making sure everyone is fully expressed in their purpose. But in order to do that, we have to make sure that you're actually accessing higher levels of frequencies out of which you are operating, because nothing is going to come out of lower planes of frequencies. So understanding ways to condition your mind toward that vision and to expand your emotional capacity to feel good is the first step of any work. So the first thing you want to do is you want to carve times in your calendar and call them moments of joy. And what you want to do in those moments, it can literally be 10 minutes, because what happens is you're creating some white space. Right now you're stuck in the running after things, one thing after the other, and we don't have any white space. You're always on your phone, or you're always in a meeting, or you're always focused doing something, and you never carved the time to really connect with those memories within you that has brought you so much joy and that you were so grateful for. Those memories when you were younger, remember when you were young and you would just have butterflies for someone, or be excited about your next movie that is coming up, or be excited that you're traveling somewhere with your family, or be excited about a play, or be excited about different things. Everyone has different things that you would be excited about, but you want to be able to connect to those moments where you would find joy and excitement. And there's several guided meditations and guided tools to allow you to access the moment, because you're activating that part of your brain that is stored in your memory that creates that emotion of well-being, and you're training your emotional makeup to be able to access those emotions. And those moments are moments where you were grateful, because you can't be grateful and stuck at the same time. So you want to be accessing those moments, and the more you train it, the more you can access those moments on demand. So carve time on your calendar and call them moments of joy, where you focus on connecting and visualizing yourself in those moments where you would get excited about things. Like I remember I would get so excited about like piano classes, or I would so excited about dancing, or I would get so excited obviously like when I would have butterflies when I liked someone. And so connect to those moments, or like laughters, moment of like strong laughters with my best friends. Like I would always like naturally connect to those moments to sparkle the joy of life, to sparkle all these good feelings that I condition myself to access on demand, and like expand my capacity to receive so much more of the goodness of life. It's a muscle. So create specific white space to visualize, relax yourself, and consciously access them. And the second thing, you guys, you want to cultivate an attitude of gratitude. What does that mean? I want you to love your problems. Literally, love your problems. Be so grateful for everything that is happening. That act alone gives you the ability. Reason why I'm saying this, because there is nothing really going on externally independently of how we interpret the events that are happening. So when something is happening, if you're thinking about it as an opportunity for you to grow, as an opportunity for you to expand your capacity to receive and to be more relaxed and to be more grateful, you literally become invincible. You become a happy person in so many ways, because you actually realize that it's all that matters at the end of the day. No matter what you achieve, you can achieve all these things, but if you're not happy and if you're not training yourself to cultivate the emotion of gratitude, you're not going to be fulfilled. So the simple way you would do it is you would take a pen and paper and write down everything you are grateful for. Just focus on writing down all the good things that you're grateful for. Your body, your mind, your parents, your family, the bed, the roof on top of your head. Really like shift the perspective. So important to train that muscle, guys. I cannot insist on how important that is. And if you're not able to access those things that you're grateful for at those moments of frustration, take a pen and your notebook and just free up your mind and write down everything that's on your mind. Because when you write it down, you free up your mind, and that will then give you access to slowly access higher plane of emotions. And so as you're writing down like all the things that you're frustrated about, and as you're freeing up your mind, whatever is like going on in your mind, then like slowly you start to see that you will start feeling better. And as you slowly start to see that you're feeling better, then start to write down all the stuff that you're grateful for, because you are naturally gonna start accessing higher emotional states as you're empty in your mind. So a list of gratitude, it can be like 3 things that you're grateful for, and soak into those feelings, and spend time there. Spend time there. It's really the highest return on investment you can have on cultivating your well-being. And I keep saying it over and over and over because I know that it's so important, because I am seeing myself, no matter what I achieve, there is always a next level, and no matter what I do, I always want more. And I have to train myself to build that foundation of gratitude, of being relaxed, and of really expanding my capacity to feel good. The third thing, guys, is celebrate your wins. We are constantly running our life without celebrating. So remember like those moments where you did something really special and you were proud of yourself and you wanted to show it off to the world, like at work or like with your family, or just you with yourself, and you're like, wow, I did that. And you took the time to really integrate it and like sit down and be like, wow, I made that happen. So you want to like just always like celebrate your wins and connect to the fact that you have constantly been achieving so much greatness, and it can be like so small because you're constantly having wins. If you're still alive, there are so many wins that you had in your existence. It is impossible that you don't have that they don't exist. Like some people are like, well, I don't have a lot of wins. That's not true. That's just not true, because you're at a moment right now where you can't see it. But I know that if you're still alive, for a fact, you had so many wins, because that's how you expanded in a lot of ways. So connect to those wins, and always never forget to celebrate your wins. Celebrate your wins. Within the Limitless Mind Academy, we are literally constantly reminding ourselves to celebrate the wins, because the more you celebrate, the more you expand your next level of creation, and the more you expand toward your achievement. Celebration is key. And when you don't take those moments to celebrate, you lose the passion. You lose the passion, you lose to get connected to that part of you that is like pushing you, that has that burning desire within, because you're not grateful to that part. You're not celebrating it. So now what I want you guys to do, just pause this video and ask this question. Get a habit started from now. Ask yourself, what can you be grateful for? What are these things that you have accomplished in the past that you are proud of and that you want to connect with? And be grateful for those moments. Remember, you're expanding your tolerance to access your goodness. You're activating more of your passion to come out by doing that. What could you connect with right now that you have done that has brought you gratitude? Remember, guys, it's really a matter of taking charge of your life and choosing. And these are part of the small little choices that slowly create big shifts in your external reality. Because as I said, it's all a perception. There's nothing going on out there but how you perceive life. And so you're consciously like manufacturing your brain to perceive things in a way that will empower you for your entire lifetime. And that's like the best investment you can make in yourself. The fourth thing I want to talk about is crafting time design in your life. What I tell my students is, if you are not creating toward a future that excites you, that stems from those passions, you are living in the past. It's not fun. You want to carve time to design this life that you want to build for yourself, because as you learn about the capabilities of your mind, and as you start applying those distinctions, and as you surround yourself with the right mentors and the right community, and you start applying all this knowledge, it is inevitable that you start receiving results. It is inevitable that you start slowly seeing your life manifest exactly how you design it. But if you're not designing it, and if you're not clear on what that is, you are just like heading somewhere where you're really gonna end up nowhere. And I'm not saying this to like create any sense of fear, but I'm just saying that we have this inherent capacity to choose. So why not use it in our advantage and actually use that power of choice to craft a life that we love, starting from our passions. So as you spend time designing that life and writing it down with as much details and bringing like images and creating all these different assets, you want to connect to that. You want to connect to the emotions that will bring to you. Why is that going to make you happy? Like, I know personally that the life that I'm designing, I connect so much to my mom because I want to make her happy. And I want to be able to actually live a life where I have freedom of time, I have freedom of money, I'm doing something of contribution every single day, and I am excited about what I am doing. And I want to connect to the emotions that specific life will bring me, this sense of like strong sense of self, this higher self-esteem, this capability of really like having an impact and seeing really what makes you actually joyful. But you want to like be able to carve time, understand what that is, and design it and connect to the emotion that brings you. And program your subconscious mind. I keep saying that, guys, program your subconscious mind to fulfill on that, because it literally, you can command your subconscious mind to do whatever you want. It is just there to listen to whatever you are telling it to do. So be very cautious. Just tell it what you want it to do. In the comments, guys, if this resonates at all. And for those of you who want to take action, and for those of you who really are actually ready for the next level, and they're like done with just watching information and just soaking information, but they actually want to really understand things at a whole other level and start applying these tools in their day-to-day life, and actually be part of a community of like-minded people, building big visions, stabilizing their emotional states, programming their subconscious mind to fulfill on their burning desires, and actually shifting their identity to match their destiny. Make sure to book a call with one of my team members or myself to see if you're a good fit for the Limitless Mind Academy. We are about to start our next round soon, so make sure to book a call below. And these are really for like the people who are committed. I don't work with anyone because I am committed myself in creating results for people. And so I only want to work for people who are actually ready to do the work, who are ready to carve time and to really understand how this works and to build their asset and to actually like move through the discomfort, you know? So we want to be able to be part of a community who's all guided toward building big visions and who's committed to living life on their own terms, on higher vibrational states of emotions, and not settling for like living life as a zombie, doing work you don't love, or living a life you don't love, or like not taking charge. So these are for all the people who are actually ready. There are containers, there are specific guidance, there are specific coaches that support you in building your vision. There's specific accountability, there is a specific community, there is a specific material that is backed by science and spirituality that brings you to live your best life, build your vision, create your future self by design, and build a strong sense of self and self-esteem. This is literally the community that I dreamed of my entire life that I have created today. So book a call and hopefully I'll see you there to judge if you are a right fit. I believe that as long as you are committed, as long as you want it, you are the right fit. So cheers. I hope you guys enjoyed this content. For those of you who don't feel ready yet, make sure to subscribe for more content on how to tap into your limitless mind power and how to reinvent yourself through the power of the inner work. Cheers, and I will see you soon.